Good evening. Welcome to the next edition of Hit and Run Fishing. I am walking along the back of Chesil Beach towards the bridging camp. There's me mate, I don't know if you can see him. Nope. Just something to do my legs up. But hey ho, I've done 100 yards, I'm knackered already. I shall catch up in a bit when I'm at the mark. About a kilometre, maybe more. Deep joy, see you in a bit. Right then guys, I am over at Bird Sanctuary this evening. Me and mate Matt, he's up there somewhere, about 50-60 yards to my left, along with what I would say is half the world. And I think the other half of the world is to my right, down towards Portland. It is busy down here tonight. I should have taken the boat for a row. I did plan on it, but I just couldn't be asked to drag the boat out, to be honest with you. It's quite a big boat on my own, but anyway. I'm down here, I'm fishing for the cod yet again. Probably my last cod session of the year. Well, maybe not the year. It's the first session of the year. Who can guess the last one? Might do one now, another one in a couple of weeks' time to get a big run of bigger ones. Right, I'm down on a cart again. Cart, blacks. Ooh, God blimey. Cart and blacks, and a little stick. Big tangle right now. Sort that in a minute. That's quite a big bait for this evening because we're going for range. I freshly loaded my reels up night before last. So the first few casts, I'm not going to go really for it. So I'll put slightly bigger ones on so I'll get the line laying nicely. And then in a couple of chucks time I'll start winding up some big ones. I'll even try and video one, probably me cracking it off, but we'll give it a go. Right, it's tide should start to flood. High tide is about 10 I think, yeah, something like that, 9, 10. So a couple of hours of flood, probably fish an hour of the ebb over the top. Let's see what we get. It's a lot calmer than the other night compared to when I was down here last. As you can see, it's literally flat calm. As I said before, turn me light for a sec, and then you should be able to see lots of twinkly lights down that way, all the way around the Chesil Cove where they're catching a blonde ray occasionally, and that way is very, very busy. You can just about see all those lights. Might be able to pick up some of Abbotsbury all the way over there. That's Abbotsbury camp. Yeah, it's very, very busy down here. But hey ho, we'll give it a bash. Right then guys, first fish of the night, humble pout. Now, this is why I got a live bait rig on that rod. There's 3 rods I'm fishing tonight, 2 with bait, got 1 with a live bait rig on. So let's see if we can find something to eat these. And I'll wade through these now on the other rods. Let's go for it. Right then guys, just a little pout, second pout of the night. He's going back out for conger in a little bit. In the meantime, let's do a little bait. Right, rig for the night is a simple clip down, single hook 4-0 to an impact shield. I'm trying these new shaped leads. These are an olive shaped lead. Find us go on Facebook, I think it's SM leads. SM leads. SML written on the lead, must give his name away. Anyway, seem to be gripping alright, seem to fly alright, that's the main thing. Anyway, right. I'm still down here at the Bird Sanctuary area. It is very chilly. Very chilly. It is chilly, it is quiet, it is flat, it's calm, and it's very, very biteless. So I'm going for the longer range I can get. So I'm fishing with a little bit of carp, a single black, and a rapid in squid. I want to find my elastic. So it's just a case of slipping a single black onto the V Gemini disgorger, which I like. Not disgorger, baiting tool. Black goes on one side, trap the cart in the middle of it. There's 1 needle down the outside of the cart, 1 through the lug, it holds it nice and tight, so I can whip it up in a lovely little sausagey thing. That's what I should have done the other night when I was blowing a hoolie. You know, my bait's a little bit smaller, but I like a big bait. Right, that goes down a single, size 4-0, must add 1, on a 60-pound snood. Right, check that's still sharp. Lovely. Right, check your hooks sharp every time. I stick them in my fingernail. If they stick, they hold, they're sharp. They just glide off, bin the rig or bin the hook, change it, whatever you got to do. Anyway, right, so I'll nip my hook through once on my little sausage on there. Take a little strip of squid, fold it up round, and I'm going to whip that on too. Not had a dog tonight yet. Mate Matt is still blanking. It is, like I say, it is very, very quiet. It's like not even plague proportions of plague fish, which is unfortunate because I got a live bait with that. I'll wind that one in a minute. Change baits on it if there's nothing on it. If I'm lucky, the old slosh which is on it, which will go zzz in a minute, will be in. Probably been eel. You never know. The big cod, decent bass, decent ray. I think it was actually an anglerfish caught earlier on today, further up the beach. So yeah, anyway, right. And there is a little lovely sausage. Carp, black and squid. It's that easy, nice and straight, nice and aerodynamic. I'll get that about 90-100 yards. The next bait over there is even smaller. It's like 2 blacks. It's whipped up, tiny thing. I'll try and leather that into the horizon in a minute, which I'm actually going to try and film. So this could be embarrassing. So next bait has come back in. Black and Logan, I thought it was waiting, but it was out. It's come in basically how it went out. Great. Right. Let's take this one off. Bait up again. Let's see if I can find something. Right then, so in a minute I might change my tactics. I'm still sticking with the codling in a minute, but it's so quiet on the codling front. I might change my tactics and aim for a ray. I've got some sand in the bag, some up and over rigs in the box. Be worth I think it might be worth a punt for a ray. So I'll just change tactics on one rod. I might go with a big cart sausage on one of them. Just go up scent. Then again, this one I'm going to go for distance over scent. Try and get this one a long way again. A little black lug bait, snip that tail off. Just a little lug bait. Not even about the same size as my little finger. Use a bit of my scale. About the same length little finger, a little bit thinner, like a pencil. Just going to hit it, and you know it's going to fly that little bit further. It's all about distance sometimes down here. It's flat, it's clear. Maybe they're at range, maybe they're at close. I'll drop the next one of the cart ones in close. But there seem to be quite a lot of pest fishing close, hence the live bait rig still outside there. We shall see. We shall see. Did he get? Excuse the sniff, it's very chilly. Right, back onto it. I'll change the rod over a conger for a bit because high water's come in. They might come in from moot. It is deadly quiet. So I'm going to go for an up over on a ledger. Nice long snood, about 6 foot. A fish hunter rig. That's going to go down to bite length from there down. And I clip down. That's 150 pound mono with a 6.0 and an 8.0 berry bass. Big mouth extra. Right. Mr. Pout is definitely dead. He wasn't before, he's going to wish he was in a minute. Because there goes his tail. I'll try and leave as much as I can intact of his guts. I've got a knife handy. Try and do this with a pair of scissors. Might go well, might go terrible. Right. What I'm trying to do is basically cut round the outside of his stomach cavity, taking his backbone off, trying to leave his gills semi-intact. Like that. So big lump of pouting gut. So I'll trim those fins off this side too. Pectoral fins off. Like that. Now, take my 8 O's. I go in through his side. I might take his gill plates off. Yeah, let's take his gills off. His gill plates off as well. Gill plates off. So it's basically a lump of pouting gut. Guts and gills. All in one neat cavity. Right. I'm going to go in there, out there, pop out nicely down the side, start winding. Again, I'm just going with my sausage. Shell just move. Absolutely cracked it for a second. There we go. Now, I've left his swim bladder in there, so there might still be a bit of buoyancy in this. So I might pop up, waft around enough for either Mr. Cod to come and eat it, because Cod will eat them. Leave them on the live baits. Why not on the dead baits? Make it nice and straight as I can. Back it off and put the top hook into it now. That one's out that way. I'm going to stick it that way. I'll use a bit of silicone tube on the big ones. I'll sort of wrap him round. I think it's a little bit neater. Like that. I'll trim this up with the scissors a bit more, because at present it's pretty ugly. There we go. Pretty ugly, and I'll whip a bit more around it. This is why we double pat. It's like a 3-minute bait up this one. This is why I double pat. We have a separate rig sat on the tripod ready to go in a minute. There ain't a great deal happening, to be brutally honest. There ain't a lot happening at all. It is dead. There's now, cool, a lot of people are packing up, probably because it's dead. Apart from the guy who had the anglerfish. Hell of a fish for Chesil. Right, there it is. Big lump of pout. I forgot my cloth. You'll rub your hands off in the shingle and then use the one cloth, one J cloth I've got. Nice one. Cleanish hands. Manky J cloth on a bit of newspaper tonight. But hey, better than horrible, horrible pouty hands. And a second bait for later if Mr. Conger decides to have it. Or even a ray. Might catch a nice undulate. Underlipped ray. Or blonde. Right. Let's go. Alright guys, we've got fish number 3. Yes, it is. It looked like a codling for a second. No, it's a pout. Good pout, about 12 ounces or so, but it's a pout. Hey ho. Summit's feeding. Just put one rod out with the lump of pout on, so maybe catch an eel, maybe catch a ray, maybe catch a churf. Oh, it's one of those nights. It's bad, it's quiet, it's cold. There's a lot of people packing up now. So yeah, another couple of hours, give it a go. So I'm a couple of hours in and it's dire. I've had 4 pout now, a whole 4. 2 of which are going back out for bait. Right. I'm not one for fancy gadgets and stuff like that. I'm normally like a straight baiting needle, things like that. The other day I bought one of these, a bait mate. And I thought that looks awesome for the carp. But to be fair, in my opinion, for the carp, they're rubbish. It's my opinion, don't have to be yours. Go at me about it. But when I went and pulled the cart off, it was just too squishy and it just destroyed itself. But now loading Mr. Pouting up, well, say no more. That's a pouting with a squid wrap. Yeah, can't say a lot more. So I did another one to make sure I'm on a fluke. And they're lovely. So that's going to go in the rock box when I'm rock fishing. Yeah, I've got one out for the eels now. Eels or a ray or a bass. The other one's still out on the cart and the lug, and it's dire. And the live bait rig's still up there. I ain't even caught nothing yet either. So this is the beach of broken dreams, as they call it. This is more like what Chesil Beach is like, not the cod you see coming in every day. There's now, blimey, got to be a quarter of a mile, if not more, to the next person that way. That way. It's getting about the same, apart from Matty's 50 metres up. Yeah, and he's caught chuff all as well. I think he ran in a rock just now. A rock. He caught a rock. Well done, Matt. Specimen hunt as usual. But we can carry on, keep going. We fish at about 11 o'clock and then say bye-bye, which is about half water, high water. We can try, excuse me. Scotch egg for dinner on the beach, slightly fishy. Like I said, guys, it's just pants. Bit of rod dip, bit of prettiness. Let's turn the lights off, you can see the moon. Bit of prettiness. The moon's just popping up. It's nearly a full moon, I think. Maybe it's waning, I can't remember. I'm terrible with my moon cycles, I should know it better. Yeah, a few stars in the sky. A couple of motionless rod tips over here. I've got a pout on the right and I've got cart on the left. Cart needs a bait change in a minute because I reckon a pout's eating it. But yeah, keep on plugging. Now about 10 o'clock, just gone 10, and it is dead. Absolutely dead. My mate's had no fish at all. I've had the 4 pout. The beach is pretty much empty that way. It's nearly empty the other way, but I just can't be bothered to stand up. Oh, it's bothered. Right, it's my motionless rods. And my motionless other rod. There's Matty, my mate there, and the beach is getting very empty the other way too, compared to what it was. There's only about 4 or 5 lights up there now. Yeah, it's very, very quiet. Strangely quiet, but keep going. Give it another half hour or so. You never know. Got a big lump of pout on the right, black and cart on the left. Hopefully a lot of codling. Right, the end of another hit and run. Sadly, no target tonight, but hey ho. Bait was supplied by Weymouth Angling Centre. Excuse the sniffing, it's been a bit chilly to say the least. Yeah, I hope you guys gained a bit of an insight to baiting up and anything else you want to get from the video, just a bit of enjoyment. Here's to the next one. Like and subscribe.